And at one point I turned and this whole thing just flew up.
Oh, did you have a bra on underneath? Welcome to Off the Hanger. This week's guest is photographer and personal stylist Rafaela Ahsan. She's got a fabulous wardrobe filled with things from all over the world that she's picked up whilst on her travels. I hope you enjoy our fabulous fashion chat. Well, hello. Thank you very much for joining us on Off the Hanger. I'm very excited to have a look around your wardrobe. But you do all kinds of creative projects, don't you? You're an all-round creative.
Yes, so thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here. Yes, I started off as an architect, and that's my day job. But I'm also a portrait photographer, specializing in photographing and empowering women through portraiture. So it's a lot of maternity, but also personal branding. And have recently started venturing into personal styling and teaching others how to style themselves and dress themselves with confidence.
That's amazing. I love that you have both kind of the corporate world from being an architect and the ideas of fashion and styling from that, but then also seeing it through a photographer's lens of what works well on camera and how to come across well. I think it's really nice that you've got all bases covered. And so, have you always been into fashion?
Yeah, I think, I grew up watching What Not to Wear, and I'm not sure if they have that in the UK, but that was one of my favorite shows. I was there on it every day, just staring at it. So I think it's something that just kind of like just bubbled in my head. And it wasn't until maybe high school or so where I was like, yes, fashion is a cool thing. I want to do this. I even did this short internship um, because I wanted to do architecture and that wasn't available. So I was like, I'm going to do fashion. So we did, I don't know, a month or so in someone else's studio, learning all about how to make dresses and things like that. So I think that was really interesting. So definitely had a little bit of the seeds kind of sown in me from when I was young.
That's amazing. And do you have an earliest fashion memory? Have you got a memory from childhood?
Yes, I do. So I was born in Bulgaria and then I moved to Canada. So we stayed in Bulgaria until I was about 7 years old. And my dad used to go to the UK actually. He came to London to work for a few months in the year and just kind of build up some money and bring it back home. But when he did that, he would bring us a lot of gifts. And what he brought me was this like there was a year it was just Barbie themed. So it was great. I don't even think I was that obsessed, but I must have been because there was this spaghetti strap tank top that was this kind of like purpley pink, not quite fuchsia color, with like double straps, which I think was really cool. And he got me a watch and these jeans that were really cool. They were like dark blue, and then they had these little bits where it was just a little bit flapper like, but they were like pink and purple, and like I remember being so into wearing them. That was my coolest outfit, and I was so proud of it.
Oh my goodness. And right now, that whole trend has come back in fashion. You could be wearing that right now and you would be at the top of your fashion game. And are you somebody who hangs on to things? What's the oldest thing you've got in your wardrobe?
So I don't hang on to things very much. It was a challenge finding something because I've changed countries a number of times, and every time I do, I just throw things out, and I'm like, forget it, I don't need this anymore. But the one thing I apparently took with me from Canada was this pair of earrings. So I got these when I was 13 in my first trip to Bangladesh, or my only trip to Bangladesh. And that was the first time I was thinking about getting myself something. And I never really bought jewelry before, but this was the first time I chose something for myself. So I've carried these around. I wear them sometimes, so not as much as I used to. But yeah, that's probably the oldest thing I have in my wardrobe.
It's great. I love that you still wear them as well. I think it's really nice to have something that you've had for so many years and you're still getting use out of it.
I'm proud of myself for choosing something I still like.
Exactly, exactly. Something timeless that's just lasted the whole test of time. That's great. Now, have you got something in your wardrobe that every time you wear it, it gets a lot of compliments? What would you say is your most complimented piece?
Dude, so this one is a really interesting piece because so it's mostly this jacket. Just combine them just so it doesn't look empty. But this jacket, I got it made when I traveled to Ghana, So I picked the fabric and I was just like, I want something really trendy, or not trendy, but just something really like clean cut. So I every time I wear it, people absolutely love it. I can show you what it's like on, but I really like that it was something a bit more traditional for there, but also the cut itself is a little bit more special. I don't know if you can see it very well.
Oh wow. Oh, it's beautiful. I love the lining as well, how you've got that really bold colour on the lining that really complements that print.
So yeah, this is probably one of my favorite pieces just because it has a bit more sentimental value, but also it's such a stunner and it's so different. It's a bit unique. You don't find it everywhere else.
Well, that's it. It's a one of a kind piece, isn't it? That's what's
Yeah,
really nice when you
exactly.
have something like that. It's very bespoke to you, but then because it's bespoke to you, I think that's the reason it gets so many compliments because it has your personality in it.
Think so as well.
Are you somebody who likes to splurge when it comes to fashion? Do you have a most expensive piece that you can talk to us about?
I actually don't splurge very much. So I'm one of those people that kind of, when I see something I really like, I go through Vinted, I go through Depop, I find it on sale. I do what I can to find a good deal on it. So generally don't splurge very much. So I think the most expensive piece I have was a gift that I got recently from my partner's step grandmother. So there's this Yves Saint Laurent scarf and I really like it. I haven't necessarily got around to wearing it. I just got it quite recently, and it's lovely. And I think this is probably the most expensive thing in my wardrobe already.
What's the fabric? What fabric is it? Is it lightweight or is it
It's
a?
very lightweight. I think it's either silk or some sort of mixture, but it could be synthetic. I'm not entirely sure that it is silk, to be honest. But
Oh, it's lovely there, and it's really classic. It's a very timeless piece
that's it.
that's just gonna wear so nicely for years and years.
Exactly. Honestly, his step grandmother has great taste. Like every time I walk in, I'm like, "Your house is amazing. Your clothes are amazing." So really honored that she was able to like see that. It was just like, "Here you go. This is something that'll fit you."
I think that's incredible because there's nothing worse than somebody buys you something that is really not your taste. It happens so many times where people will buy a gift that's their taste or their imagined idea of what that person would like. And so then it's really awkward when it's not your taste and you're kind of going, oh, thanks, I'm gonna wear it all the time. And you know that you're never ever gonna wear it.
You have to take one photo at least, though. You got to send them a photo to prove that this was an amazing gift and you appreciate it.
Yeah, or they have to see you in it at some point, even if you just have to suck it up for that day and go, okay, this is really not me, but I'm just going to wear it. And then they'll see that I've worn it and then never again.
Oh yeah, I got lost. I did something, and
Washed it, it didn't wash well, unfortunately. And now it's like this big and I can't wear it. I'm so sad. What's the newest piece you've got in your wardrobe?
And the newest piece would be this blouse right here.
Ooh, that's so pretty. I love the detail. Oh, you see, I thought that was a piece. I thought that was attached to it, but I love the blouse though.
Yeah, I love this one. And it has like an open back as well.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
So it's like work in the front and sexy in the back.
Exactly. Really nice.
And I love it. I love the color. I love the texture. It's super lightweight, really flattering on, and it just kind of emphasizes small waist and just everything else kind of falls really nice.
Have you had chance to wear it yet?
Yes, I have. I wore it this Friday actually
Nice.
and loved it. Lots of people loved it. Lots of compliments again. So I was like, yes.
And it looks great with that necklace. It's like that necklace was made for it.
Just tried it out today and I was like, new combination. This
You combo. This is great. Perfect. Love that. Are you quite sentimental when it comes to clothes in your wardrobe? Do you have a most sentimental piece?
Yeah, so somewhat. I think actually a lot of these pieces that I got made are probably my favorites just because it's from my travels and it was made for me and I picked it out. So for me, it's a little bit about the experience behind it. Not always so much who gave it to me or anything like that, but since I love to travel, it's always been this dream of mine that I collect things from different cultures. So that's where the necklaces are coming from. Like even this necklace right here. So and the other one as well. they're both from travels. So I think that's it. Like anything I've picked up on my travels abroad that really spoke to me, that's some of my favorite pieces.
I love that, and you can really see that influence throughout your wardrobe, that it has got that feel of a worldly traveller, of somebody who's been to many different cultures and many different places. I love that. I love that you kind of are able to blend that in with your everyday clothing.
That's it. Yeah. Sometimes it's just about taking something really, because a lot of these are very loud pieces. They have a lot going on. And so it's just kind of keep everything else simple and you just wear this one statement piece and it's amazing and people notice it. And that's great because that's the point. It's something that's not meant to kind of be hidden away. But to be fair, I'm still struggling to like wear everything to work sometimes. Or, for example, this necklace is lovely, but it's a very big statement necklace. So trying to figure out occasions where this is totally appropriate and doesn't just like stand out a bit too much can be a bit challenging.
Oh no, I'd say just stand out. Stand out, don't worry about it. It's absolutely fine. So, have you got a piece in your wardrobe you would say most sums you up? Is it something from your travels?
It is not entirely. I think I'm wearing it. So this is my top right here. It's a one piece, so a body. And I love it because it's a little bit sheer. It's got fun colors. It's really summery, and I love the summer. It's my favorite season. So if I was to describe myself as a person, I'm just summer flowers.
A ray of sunshine and warmth and all of those lovely summer things.
Exactly, exactly.
Oh, it's really nice. How long have you had that?
I've had that probably 6, 7 years or so. I don't even know anymore. I founded a small boutique in Toronto before I moved to Europe, and I loved it, and I had to have it.
And it stayed with you ever since?
I haven't been able to find anything similar since.
Oh, I love it. It's great. What a beautiful piece. Now, are you the type of person that ever has a fashion faux pas or a wardrobe malfunction?
Oh my god.
Do you want to join my club? Yes. Do you want to join my club? There's quite a few of us. I'm gaining support for my, everlasting traumas of fashion faux pas and malfunctions.
Yeah, definitely. It was even quite recent, maybe a few weeks ago.
Oh, okay, nice. A fresh memory. Let's unlock that fresh memory. Come on.
So I was wearing this top right here. So the well, let me just get it. So it is kind of something you can wear both sides. So this could be the front, but I wore it this way around. So this was the front. The thing is, these buttons, I guess, are not tight enough, or they're not strong enough. And I love to salsa dance. So I was out salsa dancing with this top, feeling very summery. And at one point, I turned, and this whole thing just flew up.
Oh, did you have a bra on underneath?
No.
Nice. Did you suddenly get a lot more requests for dances?
I think I was really lucky that people noticed, but I don't think they saw much.
Oh, okay.
Thank God. But they knew something happened. So a few girls are like, "Are you okay?" And the guy, because like the guy I was dancing with, I was like, can you close my top, please?" And his hands were shaking.
I love that he seems more traumatized about it than you did.
Yeah, absolutely. It was so funny. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna sew that up next time I come dancing with it.
Yeah, and maybe going to put a few little safety pins in there just for extra support and closure. Oh my goodness! Oh, that's amazing.
Next time I dance with him, he's like, "Please try to keep your top on this time."
Yes, please don't. Clearly, he was he was feeling very complimented on his dancing skills. If it was that good, it made your top just fall off. He'll have all the ladies queuing up to dance with him next time. They'll all be like, "Woo!"
It was good. It's good to be able to laugh these things off, and I'm also glad it wasn't so bad that everybody was just like, "Whoa, let's go."
Yeah, I think this is it. I think you've got to be able to laugh at them because I do think they happen to everybody. So I think you've got to be able to laugh and you've got to be able to find them funny. Otherwise, we'd just all be walking around in a constant state of mortal embarrassment, and I think life's way too short for that.
Absolutely.
So yeah, you've got to just laugh them off. You've got to. So do you have a favourite pair of shoes? Are you quite a shoe person?
I am a bit of a well, no, I wouldn't say I'm a big shoe person, but I like shoes, yes. My favorite pair of shoes right now, and for a while now, I think, have been this pair from John Lewis.
Oh, look at the heels on
And I love
those.
the heel.
Yeah, they're great.
So they're lovely. I love them so much. I wish I could find them in John Lewis again because I'll get a second pair. So in case these or when these give up on me, I could still have more. And they're great because they're super comfortable, so I can wear them all day. And everybody thinks they're so elegant from the front, which they are. And then someone will randomly notice the heel, and I'll be like, "What's going on over there?" And it's so
Oh,
great.
what was that?
Yeah, and it's great because it starts so many conversations.
And I think they're very, like you say, they're very classic looking from the front, but then the fact that they've got that really interesting heel just gives them that personality and really dresses them up.
Exactly.
They're really cool. Now, is there a piece that you have been lusting after, other than obviously trying to, find another pair of those shoes? Do you have a dream wardrobe item that you don't yet own?
To be fair, I don't really, not too much in terms of like designer items. But again, with my travel obsession, I really wanted to get something from different cultures. So I managed to get myself a sari. I have something from Ghana, and I really want to get a Chinese dress and a kimono,
Useful.
but I want them from the country rather than just
Yeah.
going to a store around here. So that's something that I really want to get, but that means I have to plan that trip to go there. So it's still in the distant horizon, but I'm really excited for when I do get around to getting one. And I'd love to get a Spanish dress as well. I think that would definitely suit my style. I probably wouldn't have a clue as to when to wear it, but but I think it would be lovely to see like all the ruffles and the colors and the silhouettes are beautiful. So
That's amazing. Yeah, I think they're all really lovely pieces, and like you say, they all involve a bit of an adventure and a bit of travel going to get them. So I think that's a really lovely way to shop. Now, do you have a piece of fashion advice that you would give to your younger self?
yeah, um, the first funny one was don't hem your pants too short. I did that in high school, and that was really difficult on me because it was a uniform school, and I had the one or two pairs of pants, and they were forever for 4 years too short.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't hem your
No.
pants too short. That was one, and the other one was really just about kind of self-esteem and body image. So in high school, like I mean, we had gym class, we were exercising all the time, and I remember eating half a bagel for lunch. That was my lunch.
Wow. Okay.
And I was still not where I wanted to be. And honestly, it's like just eat the food. Just live your life, be happy. Like at the end of the day, you'll always look better. Like in 10 years, you're always gonna look better in high school as you were like as you were younger, like than you do later on. So it's kind of like you always look back and say, oh, I wish I was like this again. And I think at the end of the day, just like be happy. If you look like you're smiling in all the photos, you look like you're having the time of your life, you have great memories, that's more important than how skinny you are.
It really is. Genuinely, that is such a good answer because it is so true. And I think I do hope that we are moving towards a more accepting society of different body shapes and sizes and body types and everything so that people can just stop stressing about the small things and the food that they eat and not consuming too much and just, living their life and making those amazing memories.
Exactly, exactly. And like, I have people I know that are still like, oh, I can't eat this because I'll gain weight. And it's just like, yeah, but eat the cake.
Yeah, I'm a real fan of just eating the cake. I really do. Obviously, I think there's limits, and I think there's things that people shouldn't eat for health reasons. If you've got allergies, if you've got things that upset you, then obviously that's fine. Although I am quite often known to eat ice cream when I'm dairy intolerant, but ice cream's really good. On a hot day, an ice cream from an ice cream van. Oh, come on now. How could you say no? So, yeah, I think just eat the cake. Always eat the cake. Never say no. Oh my goodness. So your new project that you've got coming up that you're just starting out, venturing more into the personal styling field. how's that going? Are you taking on clients? How are you doing it?
Yeah, so I've started offering some free consultations. So, a free body type consultation where we're talking about what your body type is, identifying that, and kind of what suits you best. And in the background, I'm still developing a bit of a course. And this course is all going to be geared towards helping women be their best professional selves. So, it's finding your personal style and then eventually getting to the point of being able to rock that at work and add personality at work in the sense that you can also wear it outside of work, not just come to work dressed one way and you feel like, oh, somebody's asked you to a party, now you got to change. The idea is very much to be able to show up and like be confident and feel badass the whole day. And at the end of it, we're also going to incorporate a little bit of a photo shoot, as I am also a photographer, and it's a good way to get yourself set up for LinkedIn and for any other, if you have a business, your personal branding, etc. So just developing your whole personal brand, and starting from within. So that's the idea.
That sounds incredible. Oh, it's been so lovely to talk to you today. Thank you so much for being part of Off the Hanger.
Thank you so much for having me, Emma. It's been lovely. I loved our conversation.
Thanks for watching Off the Hanger. If you enjoyed this episode, please remember to like and subscribe.